Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2015. As the U.S. and South Korean armies practice war games, the North Koreans rattle their sabers. I'm Carla Correa.
And I'm Hannah Barr. Guess what? Congress is going to have the same fight they had last week. Again. Your CSN News starts now.
Okay.
North Korea fired 2 missiles into the sea and vowed merciless retaliation yesterday as the U.S. and South Korea kicked off military drills. The annual exercises always trigger a surge in tensions and warlike rhetoric on the divided peninsula. The missile launches came with a stern warning from the nuclear-armed North Korean People's Army that this year's military drills would bring the peninsula towards the brink of war. South Korea said the North Korean missiles, with a range of 500 kilometers, were fired from the western port city of Nampo and traversed the country before falling into the sea off the east coast.
The House and Senate on Friday approved a bill funding the DHS for an additional week, acting just 2 hours before the money was set to run out. The House voted 357 to 60 in favor of the bill, using a procedural motion for quick action. The Senate had passed the 1-week bill earlier Friday evening, after also approving a separate measure funding DHS, including the TSA, through the end of September. This means that Congress will be having the same argument this week that they had last week. Republicans have attached provisions to the bill that Democrats won't approve and that GOP stalwarts are unwilling to remove.
Researchers at Google have created an artificial intelligence that teaches itself how to play video games. Representatives called it the first significant rung of the ladder to develop broad, flexible, intelligent systems. The program was set to play 49 games on the Atari 2600 console with no instructions. Left to its own devices, the AI was able to best expert human players in 29 of the games and outperformed the best-known algorithms for 43. Google's system is able to train itself without human supervision. What does this mean? You may want to start thinking twice before you start cursing at your computer. We'll be right back after this.
Are you busy March 4th, 5th, or 6th? If not, come and see The Curious Savage, brought to you by the Nampa High Doghouse Drama. Come see The Curious Savage to find out who the crazy ones actually are. As Dr. Emmett says, I find it harder every day to say exactly where reason ends and madness begins. Doors open at 6:30 and tickets are $5. Come and see The Curious Savage at the Nampa High Little Theater. Remember, The Curious Savage is shown March 4th, 5th, and 6th, and tickets are $5.
Today's weather is brought to you by Dr. Kim Keller. Your smile is your first impression. Make it a good one and visit Dr. Keller today. Today's high is 49 with a low of 28 and sunny. Tomorrow's high is 46 with a low of 21 and also sunny.
Want to run for leadership? Packets are available now. Go to the NHS website's Parents and Students tab and print off your copy right now. Any questions? See Keenan Wilcox, Cade Sanders, or Carlos Levi. You may also want to stop by and talk with Miss Ainsworth in room 762 in the cafeteria. So take a risk, run for leadership. Have fun and go Dogs.
Students, are you ready for this year's Sadie Dance? Nampa High School presents Myths and Legends, The Gods Among Us, on March 13th in the NHS gym. The cost is $5 per person. Come to the dance and become a legend.
Columbia High is hosting an NCAA presentation tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. in their library. All student athletes and their parents who are interested in pursuing collegiate athletics are invited to attend. Matt Stewart, Assistant Athletic Director for Academics at Idaho State University, and his team will talk about general NCAA eligibility requirements and answer questions. See you there, athletes.
Hey seniors, if you have already completed the FAFSA, please show your confirmation email to either Mrs. Parsons or Miss Gomez to receive a raffle ticket. The drawing will be held on March 4th.
Today's SAT word is succinct, which means brief.
You could use it this way. A succinct response is usually more understandable than a long-winded one.
That's the news. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on the Bulldog Edition.
So you just gotta make sure you have the right mics, because